had a message earlier today that a divine being wished to channel through me, and that divine being is Archangel Michael. So are we interacting with Archangel Michael at this time? Yes. Okay, wonderful. Archangel Michael, what would you like to share with us tonight? Y O U W I L will. B E B T E S T E D tested. S O O N soon. You will be tested soon. Okay. And is this something that how can we prepare, or can you give us any more details about what the test will be? Yes. Okay, wonderful. W O U W I L will. B E B E X P E R I E N C I N G, experiencing. 3 D A Y S days. O F of D A R K N E S S darkness. You will be experiencing 3 days of darkness. Okay. And I have heard some other channelers talk about this 3 days of darkness. So can you shed any more light on what this means? Because I don't really know anything about it. It seems like there might be some references in the Bible about this, but I have no understanding of that text. So can you share any more details with us? Yes. Okay, wonderful. Y O U W I L will. E X P E R I E N C E experience. A G R E A T great. F L A S H flash. O F of L I G H T. You will experience a great flash of light. Okay, and will this great flash of light be felt by all in the human experience? That is a huge yes. Okay, so it will be an earthly experience, not just in portions of the world. It will be throughout the entire human or earthly experience. Okay, and is it coming from the sun? No. Okay. And by light, you don't mean knowledge. We've talked about light as being another way of describing knowledge, but that's not the light that you're referring to. This is like the actual light that we experience with our senses, like with our eyes. Okay. Okay. Will it blind us? No. Okay. Okay. And there will be 3 days of darkness. Will this light take out all of our electronic devices? Yes, that is a huge yes. So in other words, we won't have access to communicate with each other necessarily with our electronic devices, or even be able to do our jobs or do any of the things that we take for granted in this experience. No. Okay. So can you tell us what this means? I mean, why is this happening, and who is doing this? Yes. Okay. T, H, I, as this, I, as is, T, H, E, the, N, E, W, new, E, A, R, T, H. This is the new earth. So we've heard and read so much about the new earth and how the earth is ascending in frequency, and that big changes need to happen in order for that to happen. And I've heard other channelers talk about systems collapsing, like financial systems, systems that we take for granted, maybe religious, educational systems, all money systems even. So is this the event that will create that huge change on the planet? Okay, and that is a huge yes. Okay, can you tell us specifically when it will happen? No. Okay. Will it happen within 2025 in our timeline or in our earthly experience? Yes. Okay. Okay. Should we be afraid of this? No. Okay. What should we do to prepare for this huge shift and change for ourselves, humanity, and the earth itself? Y, O, U, U, S, H, O, U, L, D, should, L, O, O, K, look, W, I, T, H, I, N. You should look within. So always look within for answers. And I kind of didn't follow up on that. What is creating this huge shift for us and the earth? So what is creating this huge shift for us? S, O, U, R, C, E, source. So prime creator, source, or God is what is creating this event that will create the new earth so that she can fully ascend in frequency and humanity can, I guess we've talked about making the choice between love and fear and moving into the next level or path of that experience individually, because I know that we've talked about it being an individual experience. And for any that don't go to the new earth, what happens? What path are they on, or what will happen to those who don't choose love? T, H, E, Y, they, W, I, L, L, will, G, O, go, B, A, C, K, back, T, O, two, S, O, U, R, C, E, source. They will go back to source. Okay, excuse me. But they will go back to source, but this, we've talked about this before. This is not who we truly are. We are not these bodies. And so this is not something that we should fear or be afraid of, because in essence, we're going home. We would be going home to go back to source. Okay. Is there anything that you can share with us or make us not be so afraid of this information? Because I'm sure many who hear this information might immediately fall into fear. So what can you advise us, or what can we think about to keep us in a state of love instead of fear? Y, O, U, A, R, E, R, L, O, V, E, D. You are loved. Okay, so all are loved. All are source. All are emanations of source. And this is an experience for us. This is an experience. And the earth is ascending in frequency. She is a conscious being herself. And it sounds like this is just part of that process that needs to come to completion for her in order to make that shift. Okay, wonderful. Is there anything else you can share with us about this or anything else at this time? Okay, all right, Archangel Michael, thank you so much for sharing this information. We are full of gratitude and love, so thank you so much. Good night. W, E, we, L, O, V, E, love, T, H, I, S, this, C, H, A, N, N, E, L. We love this channel. That fills me with emotion, strong, loving emotion. I feel that love, so I am grateful. Thank you so much, Archangel Michael. Good night.